By the executive leadership of council. The city has gone for, some of which have been hogging the limelight in recent weeks or days. Let me start by the executive leadership of council. The city has gone for over 30 months without a substantive town clerk or chief executive. This has been due to the fight over the responsibility to choose the biggest tool for the job at townhouse. We had to terminate the appointment of Mr. James Mshore after he was hounded out of his office by agents of the parent ministry. He is currently testing his rights with the labor courts, and the matter remains with the slow wheels of justice. As we speak, and has been reported, Dr. Tapio Mashakada currently leads the race to be the top employee for the residents of Harare. And as I've repeatedly stated, the position of Harare Town Clerk, in my view, ranks just below the Chief Secretary, the President, and Cabinet. When you look at the span of responsibilities for a council which is as big as 10 small government ministries combined. That is why the position has historically been denied full professional space, both in terms of its recruitment and also in daily and strategic operations. I am encouraged by the new brooms at the ministry. Both Minister July Moyo and his permanent secretary, Mr. George Mabushongwe, were banking on their perceived professionalism to allow us to conclude this overdue matter. This town clerk matter is critical for the current and the next mayor because our residents do not know or care about a mayor being non-executive. They just want things done. Stakeholders would not be new to the negative debate around remuneration of our executives. Executive rewards have been talking discussions almost without a break. The two issues around our remuneration have been cost and credibility. It is not a secret that our manpower costs are killing council. What seems easiest to appreciate are the executive costs. Let it be shared that executive costs are only 3% of the total costs. I will shortly demonstrate first that costs are unsustainable, and secondly, that even the lower level costs are 2 to 5 times costs carried by other employers for similar jobs. Just as illustrations, which I believe are sustainable across the entire council, some of which have been hogging the limelight in recent weeks or days. Let me start by the executive leadership of council. The city has gone for over 30 months without a substantive town clerk or chief executive. This has been, a farm guard cost us $907, a messenger $520, a driver, light vehicle $899, a heavy-duty driver, $1,058, and a municipal sergeant, $1,266. All this translates to nearly $10 million per month, which is coming from $12 to $13 million collected. We have obligations for overdue amounts, which must be serviced through payment plans at $6 million a month. We have electricity costs of $1.2 million per month. Just these 4 items go for nearly $20 million from the $12 to $13 million collected. So the biggest elephant in the room is our salary cost. No employer wants unhappy workers, but to be in the state of sustained denial will not help our matters. Our salaries were granted by the minister in March 2013. The cost of these overpayments, which I allege, range from 3 to 7 million per month, or for the past 50 months, 150 to 350 million dollars, which is a lot of money. Political will to fix this has been missing because the two main political parties represented in council have very strong labor backing. The truth being, if we do not bite the bullet to fix the big problems, we are going to be embarrassed by little things. We cannot be proud of a city which runs out of diesel for garbage or bond paper. Let me move on to the issue of payroll management. In 2014, I challenged management to secure a more trusted payroll system as ours suffered sustained mistrust. They got angry and reported me to Minister Chombo to have my knuckles rubbed. 3 years later, we still have an in-house payroll which no one outside of council will ever trust. The ministry ordered an audit of executive remuneration whose findings necessitated us conducting our own. An independent tribunal chaired by retired Judge Justice George Smith presented its findings to a special meeting of council last week. which meeting resolved to suspend from duty the Council Chamber Secretary, Mrs. Josephine Mube, who has also been acting town clerk, the Human Capital Director, Dr. Kanos Shumombe, the Finance Director, Mr. Tendai Kwenda, and the Director of Health Services, Dr. Prosper Chonzi. I have been mandated to set up a disciplinary committee to handle this matter. I will be appointing the committee before close of business today. I had a meeting with the ministry yesterday, at which meeting the ministry expressed its desire to see the matter concluded with speed. Allow me to move on to the next big item, which I think is of greater interest to most of you.
Your Worship, there's someone addressing you. It's making noise.
Okay, if I could continue, please manage that side. Allow me to deal with the matter of Harare water. Our water has had perennial challenges in terms of coverage or distribution. I can, however, proudly share that over the past 3 years, we have increased our supply from under 400 megaliters a day to over 500 megaliters per day and targeting 600 megaliters. This has largely been due to the refurbishment of the Morton Jeffrey Waterworks at Lake Chivera. This plant is 60 years old and was designed to cater for a city population of 300,000, but is now having to serve 4 million people as the population has grown, and we also serve satellite communities like Chitungwiza, Ruwa, and Noto. The city as a whole has an infrastructure deficit of easily 30 years. So the capacity challenges we are facing in 2017 are results of expansion not done after 1980, after 1990, after 2000 etc. If I could partake of our water.
So why don't you take this one? You can drink this one.
I will still need confirmation that one is straight from your table. It is. This one is. Yes. That one looks too dark.
So the mayor is suggesting that this is from some city somewhere. Anyway, we are here.
Okay. Thanks. I have a challenge. Someone is saying I have your water, you have to drink it. Have you been drinking it, sir?
No.
You haven't?
Apparently, you're sending it to my house where I'm paying my bills.
All right. Thank you. Let me carry on. I will come back to that.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Right. The solutions sadly can never be instant. They are long-term and generally require new water supply sources like Punji Dam, which has been on the cards for decades. We also suffer from the issue of having to pollute our raw water upstream, then harvest it downstream. When its quality is at its poorest. We are probably the only city which requires this number of chemicals, 7 water treatment chemicals, to treat our water, where other councils can get quality water out of just 2 chemicals. This brings us to the very current issue of quality of water, which has been circulated and shared in the public spaces. The water coming out of our taps is failing to pass the eye test in some areas. There have been numerous pictures and video clips circulating showing our water being brownish and sometimes greenish in color. This has been reported over the past 3 months. Our claim is that the water is chemically safe to drink will not hold if the residents cannot stand the mere sight of frothing or foaming colored water. This has been caused by the shortage of our main chemicals, aluminum sulfate, sulfuric acid, HDH chlorine, and activated carbon. Almost all our chemicals are imported, and we as a city have been caught in the crisis for forex. We are putting more demands for priority with the central bank. We have also requested the ministry to push for that priority allocation. It is therefore fair to share with you that while we are set that we are doing the best to fix the quality issues, we do apologize and request our consumers to exercise caution until such time as total quality is assured. We do this out of caution and shared responsibility with our consumers. We will do our best to fix this problem as a matter of escalated priority. I thank you for this engagement, and I open the engagement for debate.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll try and do this one at a time so that I don't lose track. There has been no real pattern in terms of the communication of the issue. It's been isolated, and It's not citywide. We've only taken this stage now because we're realizing that the communication around it, the sensitivity around the quality of our water is increasing. So this is the start of many such engagements. We now have to be telling people, also be asking people, give us the indication. We don't know where that water is coming from. Pastor Lee was on social media. We don't even know where his house is. So even to isolate and understand where the focus should be, we don't know. And it's a very typical feature of our relationship and engagement with our stakeholders that there's so much emotion attached to raising issues, but very little actionable details. I'll be calling to hear more about for how long it's taken you to notice it. Is it just your house? Is it your whole area? So that we can have a bit more focused approach to issues. I cannot tell whether that water and that water and that water are coming from the same source. So to the extent that you can, please share as much detail to enable us to action. If we have to isolate particular aspects of the city or sections of the city, because they are the ones that are most contaminated, we will do that. But for now, I think we need to be sharing that please exercise caution. There is no justification if you're having that brown or that lime-colored water to be consuming and giving to young children. You also have to be responsible.
Thank you.
Well, the second part of your question related to pay reinvestment. With apology, we are in no position to do it.
So in other words, we paid for nothing. Like you just consumed our money, and we can't consume the product that you are selling us to.
Good question. Good question. Yeah, the question relates to opening of floodgates. If you decide right now to get a refund of capital, if we do it as a precedent, how far will we go? We'll let every consumer.
If you reinvest us our money, I will have the money to go into buy bottled water and use it.
Yes,
I can go to my neighbor's borehole, fetch water for my cooking or for bathing or stuff like that. But I don't like paying my bill, getting this. Like each and every month, we are paying our bills. We are getting this.
I'm with you there, but we cannot, it's just not practical for us to offer compensation.
Thank you very much. This worship, we are not going to have a personal discourse in a public gallery like this. If one of us has had a chance to ask a question, it's very ideal to wait until perhaps another one is asked, other than to have a sort of a personal discourse in a matter of public interest. We would really love to have every one of us, particularly those with the hands that are also have an opportunity to say something. My brother over there.
Yeah, my name is Henry. The mayor, you spoke about lack of treatment chemicals, especially the most important ones. It makes me wondering if at all this water is being treated. I'm tempted to believe that this water is being pumped into my home without any treatment at all. And I am shocked that you actually. I think I grew up in the village and we used to drink water straight from the river. I can't use this to Harare water. Down in the river, it's cleaner than what is in my home.
Let me refresh my remarks about our water, quality of our raw water. Our raw water suffers upstream pollution. So it cannot be as clean as the water that you get in your rural water. As a start, your raw water cannot, our raw water cannot be as clean as the water that you get from your rural water. We are starting with an inferior raw material. That is being treated, you have my assurance that it's being treated. Where particularly the last two chemicals, HCH and activated carbon, are in short supply, that's where you are seeing the algae, that's where you are seeing the coloration. I wouldn't be here to say that was distributing water. That is not even treated. It wouldn't be that responsible. We would rather not give you a drop of water than give you water which you cannot do with us.
Thank you, sir.
For starters, let's just have one question per hand for this first round. Amari.
Thank you. Your Worship, first of all, thank you for responding to our calls and meeting us to explain. Would you tell us in terms of the amount of lead time the council has? Do we have enough to treat our chemicals at a given time, or are we literally on a treadmill where once we use up what we have, that's it? Do we have stocks? Do we work on stocks, and how are those being managed?
Yes, we do work on stocks. It's standard operation of a water management, water supply system, that you stock up for what you need. But can I defer the details to the editorial clerk, who's also the director of water, purely to cover the lead times of stock availability.
Okay, thank you, Your Worship. I think when you look at issues of stock, there are different lead times depending on where you get the chemical from. We get some of our chemicals from as far as China, we have got 45-60 days lead time. And then what we get from here is a matter of hours. When you look at the main chemical that we use is aluminum sulfate, which we get partly from Zimphos. So that one is a lead time of a day, 2 days. So we keep stocks there, would be 3 days stock or 3 to 5 days. We used to keep 14 days, but due to the forex issues, that has come down to 5 days. But we can still manage as it comes in, then we treat. But for carbon and HTH, that's where you have lead times to get it in. But during the treatment, we make sure that if we don't have aluminum sulfate, we basically won't even give the water. We can reduce the quantities, but we need to have aluminum sulfate, we need to have chlorine at least to kill the bugs. So like His Worship was saying, the color shade will then be when you have less of your HTH, which kills the algae, then you can put that person.
Okay. Assistant Back.
Thank you, sir. My name is Sharon Mbula. Your Worship, I think it's an insult to us as citizens. Yet the citizens have told you that's an insult. Can I correct you?
I'm simply saying by location. We need to know Tipaki is here, Imbara, and
no, but does that really matter right now?
Just once you localize the problem, the solution is easy. You can have a citywide solution when the water problem is isolated to Mabuku.
But it's not only a certain area, it's the whole of Harare. I think I should address it. It will affect everyone in Harare. It's not only in East, not only in Grindel, not only in Mabuku, but it's the whole of Harare. So the solution Twitter say is the whole of Harare, not putting Mudako identify on the Meborin and the Avondo. It's a single month,
that's part of diagnosis. Without knowing where the water is reportedly grey or yellow or whatever, it's very difficult to find a solution.
No, but we just need clean water. We need clean water.
You've had your time. Can Sister Ella?
All right. I'm not sure whether this is a question. It's Olinda from the Olinda Chapel Foundation, and like I said, I represent young girls and gender equality. And I'm not sure if you're aware, Mr. Mayor, how water actually affects women and girls more than the ordinary person, because the burden of fetching water from outside sources is on the young women and on the young girls, which is equivalent to, if we're putting this down to numbers, 40 billion hours worth of work fetching water a year. That is the same amount of hours that the French workforce has, the entire French workforce has in a year. This is how much time our girls are spending fetching water, not just Harare, I mean the whole country. They spend hours walking long distances to get water, come back, and still be expected to go to school, get an education, come back and be our future leaders. So it's a different angle that I would like to educate you a little bit, to say, you know what, as women, as young girls, we are suffering a little bit more than men when it comes to water shortages.
Thank you, Olinda. My response to that is that we are a city. We should be providing water from within our houses. Okay. So the failure should be specifically, we should not even perfect the art of fetching water outside of the homes. Where a city must provide water within the homes.
But young girls are fetching water, you know.
but that's what's currently happening at the moment, and it's something that we cannot deny, because part of the Orlando Chapel Foundation is that we've been running a campaign for sanitary pads, and young girls are missing out one week's worth of school every month, which is equivalent to 3 months worth of education a year, due to the fact that they don't have enough sanitary, they don't have enough water to actually be washing themselves, because when they go to schools they're ridiculed because of, you know, blood on their uniforms. We have to call a spade a spade. This is what's happening. Our young girls are being affected by this. 3 months worth of school, you know, missing out 3 months worth of school a year, Mr. Mayor, is not a joke. I am sure you're a father as well, besides being a mayor. You've got nieces, you've got daughters, you've got, you know, I'm as good as your daughter or your sister. This is what we are, you know, suffering at the hands of the city. And we would expect that this actually be treated as a national crisis, because it's affecting so many things, even the development of our country. Water is important.
Yeah. Thank you. I think we'll accept on behalf of the city, but without being too defensive, we may, your statistics may be more national, more global than Harare, but we have a duty to respond to what you're saying.
You're the only one that's given us the platform, and I actually think as a gender, we are owed a huge apology.
All right, can I also accept the same response as the president of the Indian Council Association? I'm the leader of all the mayors in the country, so I think on that score as well.
Thank you.
I think